se incluyen imágenes de personas con discapacidad en actividades cotidianas. El Patro es ciencia para avanzar en la inclusión, la salud y el bienestar de las personas con discapacidad, sobre el rigor de los datos y no sobre suposiciones.
Educación y formación para promover el empoderamiento, la autonomía y el empleo de calidad de las personas con discapacidad.
El Patro es accesibilidad universal para que las personas con discapacidad seamos, estemos y contemos en España sin muros ni vetos.
Es conciencia para borrar el capacitismo de la sociedad y para que se nos respete en nuestra diferencia. Es innovación para que la inclusión forme parte del día a día de las personas con discapacidad y de nuestras familias.
El Patro es igualdad y es diversidad, porque las personas con discapacidad somos mujeres, LGTBI, migrantes, jóvenes, mayores, niñas. Somos familias, somos gitanas, empresarias y artistas. Somos plurales. Es público y está a disposición de las administraciones, de la sociedad civil, de las familias, de la academia, de la empresa y, sobre todo, a disposición de las personas con discapacidad. El Patro es el Real Patronato sobre Discapacidad y su misión es que tus derechos estén en tu día a día, estén en tu vida. Ministerio de Derechos Sociales, Consumo y Agenda 2030, Gobierno de España.
En la UNED no dejamos a nadie atrás. Las personas con discapacidad son parte imprescindible de nuestra comunidad universitaria. La UNED es la universidad con más estudiantes con discapacidad. 10.000 de ellos nos eligen porque adaptamos nuestra metodología a sus necesidades, en el estudio y en los exámenes. Nuestras 187 sedes en España y 24 en el extranjero garantizan una educación superior para todos. Matricúlate ahora. Garantizar la inclusión. Educar en inclusión. UNED, tu universidad pública.
La emoción rueda hasta Móstoles. La Copa del Rey 2026 de baloncesto en silla de ruedas ya tiene escenario y la cuenta atrás ha comenzado. Los días 20, 21 y 22 de febrero, el pabellón Eva Manguán se transformará en el epicentro del baloncesto en silla de ruedas mundial. Los mejores equipos del país se medirán en una copa donde cada canasta decide y cada partido se juega con el corazón. Donde el sonido de las ruedas marca el ritmo y la afición empujará como un jugador más. Donde no existen los límites, donde rueda la historia.
Buenos días. Estamos ya con ganas de vivir este segundo partido de cuartos de final. Ya tenemos a Miguel Reyes Gutiérrez metido de lleno en las semifinales, esperando a Vía Albacete, Juan Benarín y Juventud. Y en unos instantes tenemos, pues sin duda, el cuarto de final que rompió un poco en el sorteo los esquemas. BBK BIDAIDEAK BILBAO, Club Deportivo ILUNION. Reeditamos la final de la Supercopa. James McShorley. James, ¿cómo estás? Buenos días.
Buenos días, ¿todo bien? ¿Tú qué tal?
Yo muy bien, yo con ganas de disfrutar. Víctor Ramos, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Buenos días.
Hola a todos, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estáis?
Pues tenemos este partido por delante. James, ¿crees que se va a parecer este partido al de Getafe o al de Churdínaga, al que se jugó en Liga?
Bueno, nosotros esperamos que parezca más del Churdínaga, que ellos esperan que parezca más al de Getafe. Yo creo que, bueno, vamos a ver, todos los equipos ajustan después de perder y después de ganar también. Yo creo que habremos ajustado las cosas que tenemos que ajustar y supongo que ellos también, así que vamos a ver qué tal.
Víctor, BBK BIDAIDEAK Bilbao, una victoria para ILUNION, una derrota para ILUNION, una victoria para BBK. ¿Qué esperas de este partido?
Un partido muy diferente, yo creo que va a ser diferente. Ya tenéis la afición ahí gritando. Aunque estén en el lado de Bilbao, yo creo que son bastante imparciales, va a estar muy bien, va a estar animado. Mucho ruido, mucho jaleo, es la Copa del Rey, eso es otra cosa. Da igual la Supercopa, da igual la Liga, es otra competición y creo que los dos equipos somos muy coperos, así que habrá partido bueno.
Juanma, ¿qué le dices a James, a Víctor?
Bueno, pues que lo primero es que este partido podría ser perfectamente la final. Pero
una
bueno,
final anticipada, sin duda.
El sorteo ha decidido que uno de los dos tenga que ir para casa. Así que, James, planteamiento de campeonato corto a un partido. No se piensa en el segundo partido.
No, no se puede. Eso es lo que a mí me encanta de la Copa. En un fin de semana, si tienes una racha bien caliente, pues cualquier de los 8 equipos pueden llevar la Copa. Pero hay que ir paso a paso y si nos tocaba cualquier otro equipo también, solo estaríamos pensando en el primer partido. Si ganamos hoy podemos empezar a pensar en lo que nos viene mañana, pero estamos todos concentrados en el partido de esta tarde, contra el Unión, claro.
Supongo, Víctor, que concuerdas con lo que te acaba de decir James, o sea que no te puedes reservar nada pensando en el más allá, sino que lo tienes que dar todo en este partido, claro.
Sí, no, si te reservas algo, mañana estás en tu casa y queremos estar aquí mañana, así que llevamos mucho tiempo preparando este partido, muchos partidos vistos de Bilbao, muchísimas vueltas a nuestros partidos para conseguir saber lo que funcionó, lo que no, corregirlo, focalizar en lo nuestro y seguir siendo ILUNION, el equipo que ha ganado 2 Copas del Rey, que queremos la tercera.
Muy bien.
Pues nada, chicos, les dejamos ya irse con sus respectivos equipos porque va a tener lugar la presentación. James, muchísima suerte, muchas gracias. Víctor, muchas gracias, mucha suerte. Y nosotros con esta imagen que siempre nos mola de los dos entrenadores junto a Juanma, a mí o a Juanjo, que hemos estado en este inicio ya de este segundo partido de cuartos de final. Así que ponte cómodo porque arranca un Club Deportivo ILUNION BBK BIDAIDEAK Bilbao.
La emoción rueda hasta Móstoles. La Copa del Rey 2026 de baloncesto en silla de ruedas ya tiene escenario y la cuenta atrás ha comenzado. Los días 20, 21 y 22 de febrero, el pabellón Eva Manguán se transformará en el epicentro del baloncesto en silla de ruedas mundial. Los mejores equipos del país se medirán en una copa donde cada canasta decide y cada partido se juega con el corazón. Donde el sonido de las ruedas marca el ritmo y la afición empujará como un jugador más. Donde no existen los límites, donde rueda la historia.
Hello and welcome to the Copa del Rey 2026. This is your second quarter-final matchup pitting Bilbao against ILUNION. This is the big one for today. One of the big dogs is going home, and one of them will advance to the semi-finals. Who will it be? This is a rematch of the Super Copa final. ILUNION were victorious in that game by 10. And in terms of their league meeting, they've only met once in the league. Bilbao were victorious by 7 on that occasion. So these teams are 1-1 against each other this season. And Bilbao ranked 3rd in the league right now. They have an 11-0 undefeated league streak. And ILUNION ranked 4th in the league right now. Their win-loss record is 10-2. And of course, both these teams with opposite Champions Cup records. ILUNION narrowly winning their group in Madrid. That was Group B, and they will advance to the quarter-finals. And Bilbao looking for redemption after they lost to Fenerbahce and Landil, finishing 3rd in their group, meaning they have qualified for the Euro Cup 1 finals in Saturday, Italy. So this should be a very close affair. These teams 1-1 against each other this season. ILUNION beating Bilbao by 10 in the Super Copa final. Bilbao beating ILUNION by 7 in the league. This is the most anticipated quarter-final of the day. And we should be in for a great game between two of the best teams in the world. Bilbao will start with 7 Lorenzo, 13 the captain Asier Garcia, 17 Dandino, 19 Hernandez and 21 Poyato. ILUNION will start with 0 Warburton, 5 the captain Sticks, 12 Latham, 13 Diallo and 35 Hassel. Now, because the Copa del Rey places were determined in the first half of the season, it unfortunately means that Ethan Laird, ILUNION's newest signing, the Australian international, cannot play in the Copa del Rey because he did not play for ILUNION during the first half of the season where these seedings were decided. So it's very unfortunate for Ethan Laird, as he was unable to play in the Champions Cup as he arrived just a day before the Champions Cup was due to begin. He did play last week in the league game against Gran Canaria, and hopefully going forward he'll play enough league games to be eligible to play in the quarter-finals of the Champions Cup. So unfortunately ILUNION a man down going into this game. Of course, Ethan Laird, a very good up-and-coming young player from Mackay, Queensland, the Australian international. Nonetheless, both these teams stacked with various international players. Victor Ramos, the head coach of ILUNION, assisted by Jose Conde, and James McSorley, the new head coach of Bilbao, player coach, assisted by Jose Centeno. And it's been great to see McSorley take on the role of coach. Obviously, you know, McSorley, those of you that know McSorley, is just a fantastic guy. You know, one of the nicest guys in wheelchair basketball, and it's great to see him take on a new role. It's suited him very well, I think, particularly in the league, the Spanish league. And we are about to get underway. And of course, the new signing for Bilbao this season, Katie Dandino, alongside Pal Poyato, the former player of ILUNION. As Hasso and Lorenzo get set to tip. And lots of great history between these two teams. Hasso, of course, a former player for Bilbao. He's actually won the Copa del Rey twice with Bilbao. Excuse me, once He won it once and then he transferred to ILUNION. Nonetheless, Hassel and Lorenzo in for the tip. ILUNION in the yellow, Bilbao in the black. Here we go. Quarter-final 2 underway, the most anticipated quarter-final of the day. A rematch of the Super Copa final, and Greg Warburton immediately off the bat gets the bucket to go. Greg Warburton, aka the General. Here is Garcia finding Dandino wide open, and Hassel with the rebound. Warburton averaged 16 points and 11 assists in the Champions Cup 2 weeks ago. And here is Hernandez finding Garcia. And here is Garcia, cuts his way inside the paint, and it's good to go for El Jefe, Asier Garcia. Two apiece. Warburton lines it up, and that is trademark Greg from the baseline. Lorenzo, the mismatch, no good. And it will be Bilbao ball. Fresh 14, 8.5 to go in the first. Poyato inbounds to Dandino. Dandino over to Garcia. He works his way around, finds Hernandez, no basket. Foul is on Hassel. Bilbao ball once again. Hassel's first personal. Dandino. She's averaging 21 points a game for Bilbao. Finds Garcia, no good. And here is Warburton. He's been hot off the mark. The foul goes against Poyato. His first personal. Warburton inside to the big man. It will not go for Hassel. Dandino. And it can't find Hernandez. That will be a turnover in favour of ILUNION. And I expect things to get very feisty as this game goes on. A great rivalry between these two sides. We've got a great crowd here in Mostales, a suburb of Madrid. Great to see such a packed crowd here. And there's Bywater having a word with Ramos. Of course, Bywater, he'll provide great experience. Bywater, he's been with ILUNION for 18 years. And here is Warburton. Works his way around, finds Hassel, and it will not go. Here is Garcia finding Dandino. Foul again on Hassel. And Hassel needs to be careful. With these fouls he's picked up too early on. He'll take a break, and in comes Ortega, the hometown boy. Garcia sets himself up. Boyato at the top. Can't get that to fall. Long pass from Ortega, finding Warburton, finding Diallo. Diallo gets it to go away. Fantastic, fantastic transition from ILUNION as they're up by 4. Garcia can't get the scoop to go. And an immediate rebound from Ortega. The winner of this game will play the winner of Gran Canaria Valladolid in the semi-final. Loud chants of Vamos ILUNION as Warburton takes the 3, back iron. Of course, this is somewhat of a hometown crowd for ILUNION, as we are in a suburb of Madrid. And a miscommunication on the pass. Foul is on Diallo, his first personal. 6:20 to go. ILUNION by 4. Dandino finding Garcia. Back to Dandino, and it's good to go for the Canadian international. Averaging 21 a game for Bilbao, and here Ortega can't find Diallo. And that immediately turns over the ball. A slightly rushed offense from ILUNION. And it is a 2-point ball game in favor of the Madrid side. Here is Lorenzo finding Garcia. Hernandez, Dandino. He has to force it up. And it rattles in. KD Dandino beats the buzzer. That is sensational for the Pender Island native. Dandino, one of the best players in the game right now. We're level at 6 apiece. Here is Warburton using Diallo as the screen, and it's off the glass for Greg. And it's intercepted by Ortega. Great hands. And here is Ortega fouled and unsportsmanlike called on Boyato. 2 shots to come for Ortega, and ILUNION will get possession back. There you see a great steal there from the future of Spanish wheelchair basketball, Pincho Ortega. In fact, I think it's more accurate to say the present of Spanish wheelchair basketball, as Ortega is a reigning European champion. And Ortega has been a part of this ILUNION club since he was 9 years old. Makes 1 of 2, and ILUNION will get possession back. ILUNION look to build on their 3-point lead. Latham off the glass, as reliable as ever is Bill Latham. He had that massive putback to let ILUNION beat Hieres in their final Champions Cup preliminary game. And Latham is as reliable as ever. Here is Dandenot, an offensive foul on Hernandez. First personal. It's getting very, very chippy here as Hernandez is swarmed by ILUNION players. It looks like he's hurt his hand. As I mentioned, a fierce rivalry here between these two sides. ILUNION now up by 5, 4.5 to go in the first. Here is Warburton working his way around. Inside to Latham, and Latham can't get it to go on the first, but the second is good for the Australian international. There you see Poyato and Latham exchanging some friendly banter there. And there you see Latham he's just unbelievably reliable. You know, he knows his range. He's either inside the key or just on that baseline. Very rarely do you see him take a long-range shot, but he's so consistent from inside the paint and from the baseline area. He's another player that's been in Madrid for a number of years. Was mentored a lot by the likes of Terry Bywater. And of course, when you talk about his international career, mentored by likes of Brad Ness and Brett Stibness and the legendary Koen Jensens, who Latham cites as his hero. See some highlights, and of course this is going to be the most anticipated quarter-final of the day. Still to come is Albacete Juventud and Gran Canaria Valladolid. And of course Malaga picked up the win against Madiba earlier on today. They will advance to the semi-finals. Meanwhile, let's get back underway. It is ILUNION with a 7-point lead. Ooh, and Diallo commits the foul. His second personal. And it'll be Bilbao possession. 16 on the shot clock. Garcia, the three. It's needed, and Bilbao get it. A massive three from El Jefe. And it is a 4-point game. And Garcia, he's had a fairly quiet season. As Latham can't get that to go. Diallo with the putback, and the height of Diallo paying off. Amadou Diallo with the score for ILUNION. As I mentioned, Garcia having a fairly quiet season, averaging 9 points, 8 rebounds and 9 assists this season. It's short for Dandenot, and Bilbao slightly getting frustrated here. They trail by 6, 3.5. Oh, gee. Oh, as a tire exploded. And Yeah, you can tell I've got cerebral palsy. Tyre exploded. Diallo will get a wheel change. 3.5 remaining. Here's Warburton using Diallo as the screen, and he sets himself up. It will not fall. And interesting that ILUNION are looking to Warburton to provide that shooting role. As for the majority of the league season, he's been more of a facilitator. And here is Dandenot. Dandenot, heavy pressure, gets herself free, and it's off the glass. Katie Dandenot, who's been on the Canadian national team since 2017 and has emerged as one of the top players in the world today. Joined Bilbao from Gran Canaria last season. Here is Warburton. Latham. Sorry, we're just having technical difficulties here. The stream is back and play is stopped as Hernandez is down. It's a 6-point game in favour of ILUNION. Under 2 minutes remaining in the first. Yeah, it's okay. Warburton, that is trademark, and it goes off the back iron. But the putback is good from Latham. And Bilbao need to stop ILUNION getting these second chance points. Kept in by Garcia. He's fouled by sticks. 2 shots to come for Garcia. And that's the first personal on sticks. Now, apologies, it is hard to see, but I believe ILUNION are in team foul trouble. It's hard to confirm that directly, as I can't see the team fouls from this possession, but Garcia makes 1 of 2. It is a 7-point ball game. Under 1.5 minutes left in the first. Here is Warburton at the elbow. Interestingly left open. Finds Latham inside, finding Ortega. Oh, what a lovely, lovely play from ILUNION. All the attention was there on Latham because of his previous performance. He sneaks it inside to Ortega, and they get a score. ILUNION beginning to pull away now, actually. They're up by 9. And here is Lorenzo, gets it to go. But I have got a feeling this is going to be a battle till the end. 46 seconds left in the first. Ortega lets that one fly and makes it. And so far this quarter has gone all ILUNION's way. Dandenot, clear lane, is good to go. 6 seconds for ILUNION. Warburton, oh, fouled by Garcia. Costly foul there. And unsportsmanlike, that's a big call. And Garcia must be frustrated with himself, but it is a clear unsportsmanlike. And that'll send Warburton to the line, so chance for a couple of extra buckets for ILUNION, and then they'll have 1.9 to get something to go. And here we see Warburton, the man for Blee in Wigan. Makes the first. Warburton, a 3-time Paralympic silver medalist in Paris. World champion in 2018. And this will further push it away from Bilbao. And here we see Warburton. His free throw technique always consistent. The breath in and the trademark white of the hand. And it's good to go for Greg. That puts ILUNION up by 9. And they have 1.9 seconds left to get something to go. They'll get the ball from the sideline. Catch and shoot situation. And Diallo just too late on the pass. It's a 9-point lead for ILUNION after the first, a very dominant performance from the side from Madrid. Bilbao will want to talk it over. And here we see Warburton's already up to 8 points. 8 points personal. Latham on 6 and Diallo on 4. Ortega on 7. So dominant spread out scores from ILUNION. And for Bilbao, Dandino has 8. Garcia has 6. And Lorenzo with 2. Warburton shooting at 50% from the field, 3 of 6. And Latham, 3 of 5 at 60%. Meanwhile, for Bilbao, Dandino, she's 4 of 5 from the field, shooting at 80%. And ILUNION will want to keep up this momentum. ILUNION beat Bilbao to claim the Super Copa. They won that game by 10. And Bilbao beat ILUNION in the league by 7. Bilbao actually undefeated in the league alongside Albacete. They have an 11-0 league record. But they had an unsuccessful campaign in Champions Cup, losing to Fenerbahce and Landil, meaning they qualified for the Euro Cup 1 final instead of the Champions Cup quarter final. Here is Lorenzo with the mismatch. And it's good to go for Manu Lorenzo. The man who had 20 points in the European final and was a large reason why Spain came away with their first senior European title in Sarajevo back in October. And here is Warburton. It is now a 7-point game. Latham on the fade. And the foul is on Warburton. His first. Seven-point ball game. Can Bilbao come back? Here is Garcia. The shot off the glass is no good, and that's uncharacteristic from Garcia. And here is Ortega, the clear lane. Can't get it to go. And Bilbao straight back on the attack. Hernandez, it's short. And Bilbao with the offensive rebound. It will not go for Lorenzo. Perhaps both teams with a bit of brain fog there on the previous couple of plays. Here is Latham to Warburton. And an offensive on Warburton. His second personal. Very rare that you see Warburton rack up 2 fouls back to back. Eight and a half to go in the half. 7-point game. Garcia out to Dandino. Hernandez at the screen, and Dandino pressured by Warburton. Good defense. And ILUNION come away with it. Here is Warburton, guarded by Garcia. Latham. Deflected by Garcia. Great defense. Stopping the ball getting to sticks. Garcia finding Dandino, and Bilbao struggling to get inside, and it stays with Bilbao. 8 to shoot. Boyato finds Garcia. And Garcia, miscommunication on the pass. That turns over the ball. Still a 7-point game. Foul goes against Latham, his first personal. And a timeout called. ILUNION maintain a 7-point lead. 7:35 left to play in the half. So far, ILUNION keep momentum on their side. A very impressive first quarter from them. They won that first quarter by 9. And a big thank you to everyone watching the English commentary on the IWBF Europe YouTube channel. Of course, if you want the Spanish commentary, it is available on the Si Puedes TV YouTube channel, alongside tupuedestv.com. Garcia lets that one fly short. Still remains a 7-point ball game. Warburton fakes. Works his way around. Finds Ortega and one. No basket. No basket. Hernandez. Here is Dandino. She lines up a 3 and nails it. A much needed 3 drops for Katie Dandino. For some reason it's gone down as a long 2, but I could have sworn it was a 3. Maybe they need to update the scoreboard, so I'm just going to hold fire right now. Right now it shows that it's a 5-point game. Lorenzo fouled on the shot. Foul is on sticks. 2 to come for Lorenzo. So I believe it was a long 2 from Dandino. They've still not updated the scoreboard. Lorenzo at the line, 4-2. The man from Ferrol makes the first. And the second. 3-point ball game. Bilbao have brought it back to a 1-possession game. 6.5 remaining in the half. Subs coming in. Charlotte Moore and Terry Bywater. So Moore is going to bring great pace. Bywater brings experience and shooting prowess. Here is Warburton to Bywater. Latham. Bywater. ILUNION running a 3-big lineup. Lorenzo inside, fouled on the shot. Another 2 to come for Lorenzo. And this could make it a 1-point game. First is missed. And the second is good. 2-point game. Here is Bywater finding Warburton. Warburton works his way over, finds Latham. Latham baseline. It rattles out. Garcia finds Hernandez. Hernandez fouled on the shot. Foul against Ortega. first. Latham's on 3 personal fouls. Hernandez makes it. And this for the tie. John Hernandez can't get the tie. 1 point game. 5 minutes remaining in the half. Here is Terry Bywater. He finds Warburton. Back to Bywater. Over to Ortega on the fade. No good for Ortega. ILUNION seemingly have lost their rhythm for the time being. Dandino. Lorenzo, great pass, and Lorenzo with the finish. Here we go, it's heating up now. Bilbao in the lead by 1. What a great pass from Dandino. And Bywater, the 3 rattles out. Dandino finds Garcia. Dandino miss him. Oh, tries to work a way around. And short for Lorenzo. Offensive rebound, Bilbao. Short for Garcia, was looking for the foul, didn't get it. 4 minutes remaining in the half. Bywater. And here is Lorenzo. Lovely pass. And Dandino has to fade. Oh, it rattles out. It was the right look for Bilbao though. Bywater works his way around the arc. Fakes. Finds Warburton. And Ortega's fouled by Garcia. Ortega will go to the line. Second personal on Garcia. Ortega makes the first crucial buckets. And the second. That puts ILUNION in the lead by 1. Dandino puts it up. Doesn't go. ILUNION by 1. Lovely pass inside to Warburton and he gets the finish. Lovely 2-man game between Latham and Warburton. Great finish from Warburton under heavy pressure. Here is Hernandez inside to Garcia. It is too hard off the glass. He is fouled. Garcia at the line, makes the first. And the second. Back to a 1-point game, still in favour of ILUNION. Bywater. Warburton, baseline, rattles off the rim. ILUNION ball, 13 on the shot clock. excuse me, 1.3, not 13, it's 1.3. Bywater. And great play from Warburton. Apologies, not sure what's going on with the shot clock on screen. 3-point game in favour of ILUNION. Here's Hernandez. It does not fall. And Lorenzo commits the foul on Moore. Three-point game in favour of ILUNION. The putback is good for Ortega, a much needed putback, and that gives ILUNION a 5-point lead. Timeout called, 1:38 remaining in the half. Back underway, Hernandez. Can't get that to go. 5-point lead, ILUNION. .119 remaining. Hernandez finds Garcia. Over to Dandino. A big time shot there for KD Dandino. That was a 3. So it's a 2-point ball game. Minute remaining in the half. Latham. Ortega, Bywater, fading away. And that shot goes off the back iron. Offensive rebound, ILUNION. Bywater again. Fouled by Hernandez. ILUNION ball. 9 to shoot. 45 seconds left in the half. 2-point ball game in favour of ILUNION. Bywater. Warburton. Finds Ortega the 3. And it's a shot clock violation. ILUNION just a second too late there on that offense. Can Bilbao go for the tie? 28 seconds left, 20 on the game clock. Garcia. Hernandez. He's off balance, but it falls to Lorenzo, and Lorenzo for the tie. And a timeout called, 10.9 seconds left in the half. A final chance for a final offense for ILUNION. I should say final offense of the half, excuse me. Smart timeout there from Victor Ramos. Here is Warburton. Ortega, the mismatch. And it will not go. And we are tied 33 apiece at the end of the half. Everything left to play for in this next half. And as expected, it's a very close game between two of the best teams in the world. A fierce rivalry between these two sides. Bilbao 33, ILUNION 33. And ILUNION win. They won the first quarter 25-16. Bilbao win that second quarter 17-8. So it's a tale, the quarters tell a tale of two stories. And Dandino leads the way in the game with 13, followed by Lorenzo on 11, Garcia on 8, and for ILUNION, Warburton has 12, Ortega with 11, Latham on 6. 7 rebounds for Latham also, and 5 assists for Garcia. So we are level 33 apiece in this Copa del Rey quarter-final. Who will stay on and who will go home? One of the big dogs is going home, and we will find out after the conclusion of the second half. Please stay tuned, and I'll be back.
Estamos aquí con Amadou Diallo, empate a todo. Amadou, 33-33, esta es una final anticipada y el partido, pues, lo esperado, máxima igualdad.
Sin duda, al final sabíamos que esto, como había dicho, es una final anticipada, un partido súper complicado, ya perdimos en Liga contra ellos y al final toca remar para la segunda parte, coger el billete para semi.
Eso te iba a preguntar, ¿qué esperas de la segunda mitad?
Perdón.
¿Qué esperas de la segunda mitad?
Por nuestra parte, lo único que espero es que aumentemos el ritmo defensivo. Al final 33 puntos para nosotros, un equipo tan defensivo, son muchos puntos y a partir de ahí ya fluir en ataque.
Muchas gracias, Amadou.
Gracias.
Amadou Diallo, el jugador de ILUNION. Y nada, rápidamente, no le quito mucho tiempo tampoco. Gracias, Manu. Solo 2 preguntitas. Manu, empate a 33. No sé qué... ¿Están hablando los compañeros? ¿Están los compañeros en directo hablando? Que me he quedado un poco... Manu, que 33-33, esto es una final anticipada.
Sí, la verdad que en campo y yo creo que fuera se siente como una final. Creo que es un partido muy bonito de ver, creo que el público lo está disfrutando mucho. Yo por mi parte también lo estoy disfrutando mucho. Es un partido que yo creo que a todos los equipos les gusta jugar y además les gusta ganar también. Todo el partido bonito de ganar y aparte que con todos los niños que hay, yo creo que suma un plus a toda la intensidad y a lo bonito que es el baloncesto en silla.
Lo que le he preguntado a Madu, ¿qué espera Manu de la segunda mitad?
Pues espero que siga igual esperando que se caiga para Bilbao, evidentemente, pero espero que siga siendo una segunda parte igual de bonita, igual de intensa, para que así la gente de arriba lo pueda ver y disfrutar del baloncesto y que así gane más público y al final sigamos creciendo poco a poco.
Muchas gracias, Manu. Te dejamos ya con el equipo y a seguir disfrutando de la Copa.
Muchas gracias.
Manu Lorenzo, que ya se marcha. Gracias a Madu, gracias Manu. Nosotros a seguir disfrutando del mejor baloncesto en silla de ruedas del mundo.
Bueno, pues ¿quién nos visita hoy? Si yo digo dónde están los alumnos de nivel de 1 a 1. ¿Dónde están los alumnos y alumnas de Salcillo? ¿Y dónde está León Felipe? Vamos a hacer una cosa. Está mi compañero con una cámara grabando. Quiero todos los alumnos de León Felipe de pie, de pie, de pie. León Felipe, de pie, de pie, de pie, de pie, de pie, de pie, de pie. Saludando, saludando a la cámara. Y nos vamos al colegio Salcillo. Salcillo, manos arriba. Miguel de Unamuno, que se os dé la mano. fuerte. 1, 2, 3. No, no me llega. 1, 2, 3. Y la última, 1, 2, 3. 2 palmas y abrimos brazos. Ahora sí, y recordamos que esta tarde sigue habiendo partido de cuarto de final. Mañana semifinales por la tarde. El domingo por la mañana la gran final. Tenéis que convencer a vuestro
This is definitely the most anticipated quarter-final of the day. Here we go. Hassel back into the game for ILUNION. His first appearance back in the game since the opening minutes. An offensive foul on Hassel. An immediate foul. Picked up by Hassel. Similar to the opening minutes. That's his third personal. And we're not even 5 seconds into this half. Hassel needs to be careful. As Garcia can't get it to go. It's rebounded by Hassel, and that's where he will come in as a key figure. And Diallo, one-handed, gets it to go over Dandenot, and ILUNION up by 2. Hernandez, and 1 for John Hernandez. Foul is on Latham, his second personal. And John Hernandez at the line, native of Cucuta, Colombia, in the north of Colombia. And Hernandez gets the bonus bucket to go. Bilbao by 1. Warburton. Lines himself up, takes his time, and it's good to go for Greg. That is crucial for ILUNION, and they'll be looking to Greg for looks like that for the remainder of this half. ILUNION by 1. And Dandenot, that shot is short. What an offensive rebound from Poyato, but it's no good. And ILUNION come away with it. Bullet pass intercepted, but it will remain ILUNION ball, 16 on the shot clock. Latham. Warburton can't get it into great hands from Hernandez. Phenomenal hustle. One-point game in favour of ILUNION. 8 minutes to go in the third. And Bilbao with a chance to regain the lead. Here is El Jefe finding Dandenot. ILUNION ball. Warburton swings to Latham, over to Hassel, and Hassel was fouled on the shot, foul against Garcia. And Hassel to the line. And Hassel, the big man, Mexican international from Leon. Joined ILUNION in 2023. Won the Copa del Rey with Bilbao in 22. And he makes 1 of 2. That gives ILUNION a 2-point lead. And now Garcia. Finds Hernandez at the top. Gets it to go over Warburton. And we are tie ball game at 38 apiece. Here is Warburton. Finding Latham. Warburton. And that is much needed from ILUNION, and once again, it is good for Greg. Hernandez, another and one. Foul against Sticks. And neither team backing down. John Hernandez, a sensational finish. And good awareness to draw that foul from Sticks. John Hernandez, a veteran of the Spanish League at this point. He's played for many clubs. And Bilbao in the lead by one, courtesy of Hernandez. Warburton the long two, it is good. And the lead switching back and forth. And I do apologise that unsure what the call was there, but it is ILUNION possession, a chance for them to capitalise. They lead by one. Latham. And the putback is no good. That's rare from Latham. And here is standing out. Guarded by Warburton, but she gets it anyway. Warburton, he knew not to foul Dandenau and possibly give away an and one. So the lead switching back and forth now. It is Bilbao by one. Hassel, the big man, can't get it to go inside. Hernandez drives. Hernandez. And I believe it's going to be an offensive foul on Hernandez, and a technical has been called against Bilbao on the Bilbao bench. That's rare, that, because McSorley is one of the least confrontational people in the game. But nonetheless, Warburton will capitalise. So that ties the ball game up, and ILUNION will get possession. This could be crucial. Chance for ILUNION to get in the lead. Warburton, a big three, nails it. Greg Warburton for three. And it's very, very rare that you see Warburton go from outside. And just for that play, I'm not going to call him Greg Warburton, I'm going to call him Greg Bywater. Garcia finds Hernandez. And Hernandez can't get the immediate response. ILUNION by three. Warburton once again. Fouled. Foul goes against Lorenzo. Eight on the shot clock for ILUNION. Latham. Hassel. Off one wheel. Hassel gets it to go. a sensational balance there from Hassel, as he was literally on one wheel. And I think the only reason he stayed up was because a combination of Dandenau and Styx's chair was holding him up. ILUNION now by 5. Hernandez, it's short. Offensive rebound, Bilbao. And Latham, easy money for Latham. And ILUNION are back up by 7. A great start to the third for ILUNION. A massive, massive 3 from Warburton really turned the tide. And Bilbao just fall asleep on defense on that last play. Easy buckets for Bill Latham. ILUNION 50, Bilbao 43. Just over 4 minutes to go in the third. Garcia finds Hernandez. Lorenzo, this needs to go, and it does. 5-point ball game. Hassel inside, off the glass. Foul against Latham. .15 to shoot for Bilbao. And that will be Latham's. I believe that's Latham's third personal. Garcia finds Dandenau. Hernandez, the pump fake. No good. 7-point lead, ILUNION. Chance for a 9-point lead. Excuse me. Yeah, 7-point lead, ILUNION. And it doesn't go for Hassel. He's looking for the foul, didn't get it. Hassel again, this time. He's fouled on the shot, foul against Dandenau. Two to come once again for Hassel. He makes 1 of 2, so it is an 8-point lead for ILUNION. 2.5 to go in the third. Lorenzo, it's no good. Lorenzo, the fast break is good. Much needed for Bilbao there. Diallo, heavy pressure, and Diallo gets it to go. So ILUNION back up by 8. Dandino finds Lorenzo, the mismatch, over to Garcia, and a shot clock violation. I think Garcia was looking for the pick and roll. Warburton fires and it rattles out. Dandino again rattling out. Poyato again, nothing falling for Bilbao. They needed to capitalise. Latham, Warburton. Latham, lovely play, and Hassel can't get it to go. Dandino on the fade, it's short. Diallo inside. Pump fakes, it is no good, and Hassel collects the offensive rebound, gets it to go off the glass, and ILUNION have a 10-point lead. ILUNION by 10 heading into the fourth and final quarter, and that number, that 10-point lead, will haunt Bilbao, because that is the number that ILUNION beat them by in the Super Copa final back in December. Very dominant quarter for ILUNION. They win that third quarter 24-14. Warburton, he has 22 points, 9 of 14 shooting. Latham on 8, 4 of 10. Diallo on 8, 4 of 6. Hassel on 8, 3 of 9. And Ortega with 11 from the bench. What a phenomenal game from Greg Warburton. He's shooting 64% from the field. And for Bilbao, Dandino and Lorenzo lead the way with 15 each. Hernandez with 9. Ten-point ball game, fourth and final quarter. Here we go. Hernandez, it will not fall. And Bilbao will need to throw everything at ILUNION if they want to come back from this. And Diallo's fouled. Foul goes against Lorenzo. Diallo, native of Gran Canaria, was part of the Spanish team that won the Paralympic silver medal back in Rio. He's also a former player of Bilbao a number of years ago. He makes one of two. It is an 11-point lead for ILUNION. 9:40 remaining. Dandino. Hernandez. Inside. Poyato the scoop. It is no good. Warburton, the game a leading scorer, that is short. Bilbao ball. Excuse me, a 9-point game. ILUNION lead. Dandino. Hernandez. Dandino gets it to go. Clutch shot. Brings it to a 7-point game. I believe they may have counted Dandino's 3 from earlier that initially got counted as a long 2. And Hassel's fouled on the shot. Foul will go against Adrian Garcia. So, excuse me, it's not a shooting foul, it's just a regular foul. Latham, the mismatch is good for the man from New South Wales. Nine-point game, short for Hernandez. Foul by Poyato. And it's an unsportsmanlike. That is a big, big call. Latham at the line. Averaged 16 points and 11 rebounds at the recent Champions Cup. Had that put back to give ILUNION the win against Thiers in their final Champions Cup group game. And subs coming in for Bilbao, Mariana Perez, the Argentine international from Cordoba. Again, unsure why there's such a delay in stoppage of play here. Nonetheless, it's ILUNION by 9, 8 minutes remaining in the game. And Latham with a chance to extend. Latham makes one of two, brings it back to a 10-point ball game. Exactly 8 minutes remain. And Warburton fouled by Perez. Her first personal. Warburton can't get it to go off the glass. And a foul on Warburton. Commits the foul on Adrian Garcia. Of course, the Garcia brothers, no relation to Asier Garcia, but the Garcia brothers of Adrian and Alejandro joined Bilbao from Zuzenek. As Dandenau buries a two, much needed. 8-point ball game, 7.5 remaining. Warburton to Hasso inside. And the big man once again. Here is Adrian Garcia. Finding Perez. The layup is no good. 10-point game. Warburton. Hasso once again. This time it's no good. Foul is on sticks. Shot is short for Adrian Garcia. Warburton takes his time. Latham. It's no good. The clock, of course, working in ILUNION's favour. Hernandez, the fast break, and the layup is good. 8-point game. Over 6 minutes remaining. It is an 8-point ball game in favour of ILUNION. ILUNION will have possession. Ortega back into the game. And ILUNION running a 4-big lineup alongside Charlotte Moore. Hassel. Ortega fouled. 2 shots to come for Ortega. Foul goes against Adrian Garcia. That's his second personal. And Ortega makes it a 9-point game. Just under 6 minutes remaining. And the clock working in ILUNION's favour. Dandino launches a 3. It's off the side of the rim. Ortega finding Hassel. Pinpoint pass, but it's too strong. Dandino. And a miscommunication on the pass. It will remain Bilbao ball. 8 on the shot clock. Adrian Garcia 4-3, and it goes. And Bilbao needed that. It is now a 7-point ball game. Diallo. Back out to Latham. Latham over Dandino. Short. And a technical. Technical on Lorenzo. So Latham will get a bonus bucket and ILUNION will get possession back. This is crucial for ILUNION as they are already up by 7. Potential to be up by 8, and then they'll get another crack at the offense. And Latham makes the bonus bucket. Actually, no, sorry. So it's not because right. Sorry. So the ILUNION they got the free throw because of the technical foul, but they do not get possession back because it wasn't an unsportsmanlike. So Garcia with the immediate response, much needed, and it is now a 6-point game. 4.5 remaining. And an offensive foul on ILUNION. Could this go down to the wire? We will see. Here we go, 4.5 remaining. 6-point ball game. Adrian Garcia too hard, off the glass. ILUNION. Can they capitalize? Here is Hassel. Hassel. And the foul is on. Foul on Bilbao. And that puts Bilbao in team foul trouble. Each team has 5 fouls to give per quarter, so that will send Hassel to the line. Perhaps a costly mistake from Bilbao, and Hassel makes the first. ILUNION by 7. Make that 8. Hassel successful from the line. 4 minutes remain. 8-point ball game in favour of ILUNION. Ortega gets it to go, and that may be the dagger. ILUNION by 10. ILUNION 69, Bilbao 59. Under 4 minutes remaining. It's Bilbao ball. They trail by 10. They roll the ball to conserve time on the clock. And play is stopped as Adrian Garcia comes out his chair. 18 on the shot clock for Bilbao. Dandino will inbound from the sideline. Hernandez can't get that to fall. Ortega finding Diallo, and another unsportsmanlike on Adrian Garcia. Lots of unsportsmanlikes called in this game. Ortega. Unsuccessful on the first. But ILUNION will get possession back after this free throw. He misses both. 3.5 remaining. So inside, and that may be the dagger. ILUNION by 12. Dandino can't get the 3. Long pass finds Hassel on. Diallo can't find it. Turns over the ball. Under 3 minutes remaining. And Adrian Garcia brings it back to a 10-point game. Take it to Hassel. Second chance is good. miscommunication on the pass. That turns over the ball, and the concentration for Bilbao is evidently getting to them. 2 minutes and change remaining. ILUNION by 12. And they'll look to run down the clock. And Charlotte Moore adds to ILUNION's lead. Her first shot of the game. Charlotte Moore, just one of the best one-pointers in the game today. And the scoop is good for Dandenong. Offensive foul on ILUNION. Minute and a half remaining. ILUNION by 12. They are set to advance to the semi-final. And they will face the winner of Gran Canaria versus Valladolid as Dandenong launches a three. No good. And the next semi-final, not semi-final, sorry, the next quarter-final will be at 5 o'clock local time as Albacete take on Juventud. And then at 7:30 local time, it will be Gran Canaria versus Valladolid. Minute and change remaining, ILUNION by 12. And of course, a big thank you to everyone on the IWBF Europe YouTube channel watching the English commentary. It's great to bring an international audience to this Spanish competition. Of course, the Spanish league, known as the best league in the world. And there was some great promotion around this event. All around the local area, we had school kids from local schools in earlier on. They were a great crowd. They were providing great noise. There was a raucous atmosphere in here earlier on. As Dandenong just has to adjust their wheel. Ten-point lead, ILUNION. Diallo gets it to go. Great finish there from Diallo over Dandenong. And Perez gets the layup to go. Mariana Perez. Her first score of the game. And Diallo to Latham, the two-man game is strong. And ILUNION as dominant as ever. .23 seconds left. Dandenong to Garcia. It's no good. Latham with the rebound. Up the floor to Hassel. Hassel to Diallo. And Diallo will let this one go. And ILUNION advance to the semi-finals. ILUNION take the 12-point win over Bilbao. ILUNION 79, Bilbao 67, and much like the Super Copa final, ILUNION are victorious. These teams are now 2-1 against each other, with ILUNION with the game advantage. Congratulations to ILUNION. They will await the winner of Gran Canaria Valladolid later tonight. ILUNION advance to the semi-finals. Commiserations to Bilbao. But one thing they can still hold their head high about is their league record. They are 11-0 in the league. However, it is back-to-back disappointments for the Bilbao. You know, first in the Champions Cup, not getting to the quarter-finals, and now in the Copa del Rey being knocked out at the quarter-final stage. But nonetheless, they've put in a valiant performance. ILUNION 79, Bilbao 67. A 12-point win for ILUNION. And ILUNION will face the winner of Gran Canaria Valladolid later tonight. And this will give ILUNION some a boost of momentum, actually, as they're now 2-1 against Bilbao this season. Nonetheless, I'm signing off for just now. We'll be back with you at 5 o'clock local time, so that is in, let's just say, so it's 2:30 now, 3:30, 4. 2.5 hours. We'll be back with you in 2.5 hours for the third quarter-final. Albacete versus Juventud, then followed by Gran Canaria Valladolid.
Tienes en casa? ¿Tienes una estantería solo para esos trofeos?
Bueno, no sé, pero siempre estamos pensando en la siguiente. Y teníamos muy mala suerte este fin de para encontrar un muy buen equipo en el primer partido. Y bueno, hemos jugado muy bien. No fue nuestro mejor nivel hoy, yo creo. Y hay niveles más que podemos llegar, pero sí, al final a ganar contra un muy buen equipo, un equipo muy fuerte, ha sido un buen día para nosotros.
Ha sido un auténtico partidazo. Al final se ha acabado rompiendo en el último cuarto, pero BBK BIDAIDEAK BILBAO, en lo que era una final perfectamente anticipada en estos cuartos, ha demostrado que va a ser un equipo que seguramente pues, se puede medir a ILUNION en una Final Four, y a mí a Albacete o a Miguel Reyes Gutiérrez, los cuatro ahora mismo que están en el mejor nivel de la competición, Greg.
Sí, claro, como has dicho, esto fue la final de la Supercopa y jugamos en el primer partido, pero así es la Copa y nada, queremos seguir luchando y a la siguiente.
Te pregunto, ¿Gran Canaria o Valladolid?
Bueno, no me importa, los dos equipos son bastante igualados y los dos tienen buen equipos y nada, vamos a ver y descansar un poquito y mañana estamos listos. Muchas gracias, Greg. Y me he acordado con lo que decías, ¿no? Filosofía Terry Bywater, siempre pensando en el siguiente título. Eso es, tiene que ser así. Muchas gracias, Greg. Te dejamos descansar. Muchas gracias. Gregor Barton, jugador del Club Deportivo ILUNION, como siempre con nosotros en el micrófono BSR España. Vamos a parar en la Copa del Rey en los cuartos de final y regresamos para después disfrutar de lo que se avecina. Amiens Albacete, Menarín y Juventud, del siguiente partido de cuartos de final. Vaya copa se está viniendo aquí al Eva Manguán de Móstoles. No se vaya muy lejos porque lo mejor todavía está por venir.